So you have to first know that like you're not lonely for real, for real. It's just really more of an emotion that you're feeling. So any emotion that you dwell in for very much long, it will increase no matter what. You can be in a full blown relationship, you can be around so many different people, you could be at a workplace, anywhere, name it, and you can still feel lonely. So that just goes to prove that you don't need to make new friends if that's what you're trying to do, or you don't need to, let's say, be well known or have other people checking up on you. I totally understand that as human beings, those things can help us. I also want you to understand part of God giving us seasons that we're going through, you do the best that you can, because if we trust and have faith that He's given us what we need for that period of time. So when a lot of people go through isolation, which I'll do a separate video about, but when they go through that, they have two options. Either utilize it to your advantage, take the time to learn about yourself, take the time to do things that you never did, because also having company, being surrounded by even certain environments that don't make you feel lonely, even substance, right? Sometimes substance abuse gets involved. So all those things are also distractions. So when you have the choice of either you're tapping into you, you're using that time properly, then loneliness can start fading or you can cope with it. Now, I believe, yes, for sure, that sometimes you could want a lover, you want to feel loved, or whatever the purpose of wanting to have somebody around. I believe for sure as humans we have those desires. Another thing, though, that I believe in is that yes, we're social beings and we should interact with each other, but I also know that in a world that we live in, it's filled with so much distractions. It's filled with so many things that take us away from learning our true self, from even growing a stronger relationship with God. Because think about it, if we're beings that can be programmed, right? And we're constantly indulging and around and involved in consuming things that are not allowing us to really elevate, to really ascend, then what's really happening? Your emotions of loneliness can maybe just stem from feeling like you need something to cope with that emptiness, but you haven't found what that emptiness is. Don't let that go over your head. Because think about it for real, that emptiness can be filled. If, let's say, you have a day that is not your best day, and that's when you feel the most lonely, then you have to make a promise to yourself and say that, okay, if I have this feeling, I'll remind myself that I have God within me, right? And I know people have different beliefs. Me being a Christian, I believe in the Holy Spirit, I believe in Jesus Christ. So I have Jesus Christ within me, I have the Holy Spirit within me, right? Knowing that, that means I have the resources. That means I have to look within. So when I'm reading the Bible and seeking a relationship with Him, getting closer to Him, those things fade. Now, another thing too, you're not going to want to always do things that revolve around, let's say, getting closer to your Creator or whoever you believe in or what you believe in, right? Because some people just believe in the universe. That's it. Like, completely just believe in the universe. So I'm just saying, for you, you have to know that there's a void, but if you keep running away from that void of proper fulfillment, it's just going to pull you away. So the sooner that you switch your mind and shift it onto something that's going to grow you, that's where you're going to start finally finding fulfillment and actually being lonely. Sometimes you'll go through the same cycles of even having what you want that can temporarily make you feel not lonely, and yet you still have the realization or a sense of feeling and a strong emotion that isn't making you feel complete. And that's also because we're human beings that are meant to actually elevate. We're supposed to get better. But there's just so much in this world that doesn't help that, right? There's so many things that we have to constantly like fight against as well, right? So I want y'all to go ahead and worry, not worry, sorry, definitely don't worry, but put your focus onto what you don't think about enough. Because if you do worry, or if you do put your focus on, oh, let's say for instance, you have a goal and you've been trying to do this goal for like the last 2 months or the whole entire year. So you have to accept the past. Process the emotions of, okay, like I didn't do it. I wasn't disciplined. Acknowledgement, realization, awareness. Now we have to move forward. Moving forward will be like, I have tomorrow. Thank God. Right? That's what you're believing, right? And thank God again. Gratitude is a must as well. And never forget that. So, and that means gratitude to breathe, gratitude to go make yourself feel better, having that option, having a mind. So to wrap this up, you then have to switch to what can I do? the more you think of what you can do to fulfill that, like learn about yourself, hobbies, etc., things that will bring joy, then the sooner you'll get to fulfillment. Now, I'm going to cover this again because I don't want it to just be about the feelings that you're feeling necessarily. I wanted this video to be more of an intro. So, in a continuation, what I'll cover more is specific stuff that I've done and things that I feel like you can do, and also just belief system as well, because sometimes it's just about what we really believe or what we just want to be different. Like it could be our circumstances. Like if it's making more money, you want more money, you want to travel. Maybe let me give you one last quick example. You travel with people before, or you feel like traveling with people is fun. But if you even had more money and you made that your focus to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do to try to make more money, trusting and believing and having faith that that's going to work out on God's timing, that will look like, okay, once you do have that money and nobody can go, or you don't have nobody to go with, you already had traveling in your mind. So go and do it. So also watch out for your dependents. Who are you pouring into or wanting somebody to make you feel complete? And we have God, right? So that's going to be it for this video. But be on the lookout for others that I have. All right? I love y'all. Bye, y'all. And take care of yourself. I seriously mean that. Take care of yourself. It'll always be worth it in the end.